I don't want trying to sound arrogant or anything like that,
No,
but when I'm on, I wouldn't follow me.
What if we told you that some of your favorite black actors actually share the same bloodline? From Hollywood legends to rising stars, family ties run deeper than fans ever imagined. While some of these connections have been kept quiet, others might just make you say, wait, they're related? Whether it's siblings, cousins, or even parent-child duos, here are 20 black actors you didn't know were related. 1. Snoop Dogg and Brandy/Ray J are cousins.
Little dress on, you coming up out of there.
Yeah, you heard that right. The Dogg father himself, Snoop Dogg, shares a family connection with the siblings Brandy and Ray J. This is one of those facts that sounds made up, but is completely real. Snoop, born Calvin Cortazar Broadus Jr., grew up in Long Beach, California, and became one of the most recognizable faces in hip-hop history. His smooth flow and laid-back persona made him a legend in the rap game, with classic albums and hits that have stood the test of time. Brandy Norwood, known simply as Brandy, burst onto the scene in the 1990s as a teenage singing sensation. Her self-titled debut album went multi-platinum, and she became a household name with her role as Moesha on the hit TV show Moesha. Her voice became iconic, and she's often called the Vocal Bible because of her incredible range and influence on R&B music. She starred in movies like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer and made waves on Broadway. Ray J, Brandy's younger brother, carved out his own path in entertainment. He started as a child actor and singer, but many people know him from reality TV and his various business ventures. He had his own moment in music with songs that charted, and he's been a fixture in pop culture for decades now. The connection between Snoop and these siblings comes through their mothers, who are first cousins. This makes Snoop, Brandy, and Ray J first cousins once removed. It's wild to think about how much talent runs in one family. 2. Marsai Martin and Janelle Monáe are cousins.
I saw what the real world was. I like money now.
This connection is seriously cool when you think about it. Marsai Martin, the young powerhouse who plays Diane Johnson on the ABC sitcom Blackish, is related to the multi-talented Janelle Monáe. Marsai isn't just an actress, though. She made history as the youngest executive producer in Hollywood when she produced and starred in Little at just 14 years old. That film showed her range and her business mind, proving she's not just another child star, but a real force in the industry. Janelle Monáe is basically a creative genius. The Kansas City native has built a career that defies categories. She's a singer, rapper, actress, and visual artist who creates entire worlds with her music. Her albums, like The Arcandroid and Dirty Computer, have received critical acclaim and pushed boundaries in how black women express themselves in art. She's also acted in major films like Hidden Figures and Moonlight, 2 movies that received Oscar nominations and dealt with important stories about black excellence and black life. These two share a family bond that connects their creative spirits across generations. While Marsai is still in her teens and early 20s, Janelle has been paving the way in the industry for over a decade. The Martin and Monáe families have acknowledged this relationship, and it's beautiful to see how both women support each other's work. They represent different eras and different styles, but that shared DNA clearly carries a creative spark that refuses to be dimmed. 3. Yara Shahidi and Nas are cousins. Here's a connection that brings together new school Hollywood and old school hip-hop royalty. Yara Shahidi, who plays Zoe Johnson on Blackish and the spin-off Grownish, is actually related to legendary rapper Nas. Yara has become a voice for her generation, not just through her acting, but through her activism and advocacy for education and social justice. She has spoken at major events, interviewed politicians, and even took a gap year from Harvard University to work on her career and other projects. Nas, born Nasir bin Oludara Jones, is one of the greatest rappers to ever touch a microphone. His debut album, Illmatic, is considered by many to be the best hip-hop album ever made. It dropped in 1994 and changed the game with its poetic lyrics and vivid storytelling about life in Queensbridge, New York. Nas has continued to release critically acclaimed music for 3 decades, tackling everything from street life to social commentary to personal growth. The family connection between Yara and Nas comes through their fathers. Yara's father and Nas's father are brothers, making them first cousins. Both of their dads are also involved in the arts. Yara's father is a photographer, and Nas's father, Oludara, is a jazz musician and cornetist. This artistic legacy runs deep in the family, showing up in different forms across generations. It's pretty amazing that one family tree includes both an Ivy League-educated actress-activist and one of hip-hop's most respected lyricists. 4. Viola Davis and Mike Colter are cousins.
Okay, so Miss Davis, where would you like the makeup for, this sexual scene? I said everywhere.
2 powerhouse actors, one surprising family connection. Viola Davis needs no introduction at this point. She's an EGOT winner, meaning she's won an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award. Her performances are always stunning, whether she's playing tough lawyer Annalise Keating in How to Get Away with Murder or real-life figures like Ma Rainey in M.A. Rainey's Black Bottom. She won her Oscar for Fences, where she starred alongside Denzel Washington. Viola grew up in poverty in Rhode Island and worked her way up through theater before becoming one of the most celebrated actresses of our time. Mike Colter is best known for playing Luke Cage in the Marvel Netflix series Luke Cage and in other Marvel shows like Jessica Jones and The Defenders. He brought a quiet strength to the role of the unbreakable Harlem hero, making the character feel grounded and real. Before that superhero fame, Mike had appeared in shows like The Good Wife and films like $1 Million Baby. He's also got serious academic credentials with a Master of Fine Arts degree from Rutgers. These two share a family bond through their South Carolina roots. Mike has spoken about being related to Viola in interviews, expressing pride in their connection. Both actors have taken different paths in their careers, with Viola focusing heavily on dramatic roles that showcase her incredible emotional range, while Mike has mixed drama with action and genre work. But they both represent excellence in their craft, bringing depth and humanity to every character they play. 5. Fantasia and Casey and JoJo are cousins. This is a musical family connection that makes perfect sense when you hear it. Fantasia Barrino won the 3rd season of American Idol back in 2004 with her powerful, raspy voice that could make you feel every emotion she sang about. She went on to have a successful music career with hits, and also starred as Celie in the Broadway production of The Color Purple. Her life story has had ups and downs, but her talent has never been in question. KCI and JoJo Haley are brothers who make up the R&B duo Casey and JoJo. Before going solo as a duo, they were part of the group Jodeci in the early 1990s, one of the most influential R&B groups of that era. Jodeci brought a raw street edge to R&B that hadn't been there before. When KT and JoJo branched out on their own, they gave us ballads like All My Life, which became a wedding and slow dance staple. That song stayed on the charts forever and is still played at every family cookout and anniversary party. The Barrino and Haley families are connected through their North Carolina roots. They're all from that same area and share the kind of vocal talent that clearly runs in the family genes. Gospel music and church singing are deep in both branches of the family tree, which explains why all 3 of them can sing with so much soul and passion. It's that Southern gospel tradition mixed with R&B smoothness that gives their music that special something. 6. Nicey Nash and Sterling Kelby Brown are cousins.
Well,
from out of where? You know what I mean? I wasn't anywhere to come out of. I was married to me, and I just loved them when I loved them.
Right.
And now I love her.
This revelation came as a surprise to many fans when Niecy Nash shared it in January 2024. Niecy Nash has been making audiences laugh and cry for years. She started out on Reno 911 playing the hilarious Deputy Rainisha Williams, then showed her dramatic chops in projects like When They See Us, where she played Dolores Wise, the mother of one of the wrongly convicted Central Park Five. She's also starred in Claws, Getting On, and recently in the Ryan Murphy series Dahmer and Monster. She's proven she can do comedy, drama, and everything in between. Sterling Kelby Brown became a household name playing Randall Pearson on the NBC drama This Is Us. That role earned him Emmy and Golden Globe Awards and showed his ability to portray complex emotions and family dynamics. Before This Is Us, he won an Emmy for playing Christopher Darden in the People v. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story. He's also appeared in Black Panther as in Jobu and continues to choose roles that showcase his incredible range. When Niecy revealed their connection, fans went crazy on social media. Both actors have that special quality where they can make you feel deeply connected to their characters. They bring authenticity and heart to everything they do. Knowing they share a family bond adds another layer to appreciating their individual talents and their shared ability to touch audiences. 7. Stacey Dash and Damon Dash are cousins. This connection links Hollywood and hip-hop business in an interesting way. Stacey Dash became famous in the 1990s, particularly for her role as Dion in the movie Clueless and the TV series based on it. She was the fashionable best friend who delivered iconic lines and looked amazing doing it. Before Clueless, she had been acting since the 1980s, appearing in music videos and various TV shows. In recent years, she has become more known for her political commentary and controversial statements, but her place in 90s pop culture is solid. Damon Dash, usually called Dame Dash, is a music executive and entrepreneur who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and Kareem Burke. That label became one of the most important in hip-hop history, launching not just Jay-Z's legendary career, but also producing classics from artists like Kanye West, Beanie Sigel, and others. Dame was known for his business savvy and his flashy style. After leaving Rockefeller, he continued working in entertainment, launching clothing lines and film production companies. The Dash cousins share a last name and a family connection, though they've taken very different career paths. Stacey stayed mostly in front of the camera, while Damon worked behind the scenes in the business side of entertainment. Both made their mark in the 1990s and 2000s, becoming recognizable names in their respective fields. 8. Martin Lawrence and Christopher Play, Martin are cousins.
It was a lot of work. It was very hard. A lot of the characters that I did on that show, I didn't even know I could do. I just was put under pressure to perform and do something and come up with things.
This connection involves two of the funniest people to come out of the comedy scene in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Martin Lawrence became a superstar with his self-titled sitcom, Martin, which ran from 1992 to 1997 and is still quoted and referenced today. Before that, he did stand-up comedy and appeared on TV shows. He then transitioned into movies, starring in the Bad Boys franchise with Will Smith, Big Mama's House, and Blue Streak. His energetic, physical comedy style made him one of the biggest stars of his era. Christopher Play Martin is best known as one half of the hip-hop duo Kid and Play. Along with Christopher Kid Reed, they had hits in the late 80s and early 90s and became cultural icons with their House Party film series. The first House Party movie in 1990 became a cult classic and launched a franchise. Play's signature flat-top haircut and dance moves were everywhere during that time. Martin Lawrence actually appeared in House Party, which is interesting given the family connection. The fact that these two comedic talents are reportedly related through family ties adds another fun layer to their connection. Both were part of that golden era of black comedy in the 90s, when black sitcoms and comedies dominated TV and film. They represented that era's energy, humor, and cultural impact. 9. Bianca Lawson and Beyoncé are stepsisters. This might be the most surprising connection on this list for a lot of people. Bianca Lawson has been acting since she was a kid, appearing in so many shows that she's basically been on your TV screen for decades. She was on Saved by the Bell, The New Class, Good Behavior, The Steve Harvey Show, Dawson's Creek, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Pretty Little Liars. More recently, she was in Queen Sugar and Witches of East End. She has this ageless quality where she played teenagers well into her 30s. Beyoncé Knowles Carter is, well, Beyoncé. She needs no introduction as one of the biggest entertainers in the world. She started in Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups ever, then launched a solo career that has broken records and redefined what it means to be a performer. From Dangerously in Love to Lemonade to Renaissance, she's constantly evolved and pushed boundaries. She's also acted in films like Dreamgirls, Cadillac Records, and The Lion King. The connection between Bianca and Beyoncé comes through their parents' marriage. Bianca's mother, Denise Gordy, was previously married to Richard Lawson. Richard Lawson later married Tina Knowles, Beyoncé's mother, making Bianca and Beyoncé stepsisters through that marriage. It's a blended family situation that connects two talented women who have both had long careers in entertainment, though in different ways. 10. RuPaul and Cory Booker are cousins. This next connection is absolutely fascinating because it brings together the worlds of entertainment and politics. RuPaul Andre Charles is a drag icon and the host of RuPaul's Drag Race, the reality competition show that has become a cultural phenomenon and introduced drag culture to mainstream audiences. RuPaul started in the club scene in the 1980s, released music including the hit Supermodel, You Better Work, and acted in various films and TV shows. But Drag Race became his legacy, winning multiple Emmy Awards and launching the careers of hundreds of drag performers. Cory Booker is a United States Senator from New Jersey who previously served as the mayor of Newark. He's known for his progressive politics, his speeches, and his hands-on approach to public service. Before politics, he was a Rhodes Scholar and played college football at Stanford. He ran for president in 2020 and has been a prominent voice on issues like criminal justice reform and economic inequality. 11. Janet Jackson and Stevie Wonder are cousins. This connection is absolutely wild when you think about the musical legacy involved here. Janet Jackson dropped this family secret during an interview with BBC Radio 2, and it sent fans into a frenzy. Janet is the youngest member of the legendary Jackson family, and while her brothers dominated the charts in the 1970s, she carved out her own massive career starting in the 1980s. Her album, Control, changed the game for female artists, showing that she wasn't just Michael's little sister, but a superstar in her own right. She followed that up with Rhythm Nation 1814, Janet, The Velvet Rope, and so many other albums that defined pop and R&B music for generations. Stevie Wonder is simply one of the greatest musicians who ever lived. Born Stevland Hardaway Morris, he was blind from shortly after birth, but that never stopped him from becoming a musical genius. He signed with Motown Records when he was just 11 years old as Little Stevie Wonder. By the time he was an adult, he had dropped the little and started creating masterpieces like Talking Book, Inner Visions, Songs in the Key of Life, and Fulfillingness First Finale. He plays multiple instruments, writes incredible songs, and his voice is instantly recognizable. Songs like Superstition, Isn't She Lovely, and I Just Called to Say I Love You are timeless. The fact that these two musical powerhouses share a family connection makes you wonder what's in the DNA. Both have been making music for decades. Both have influenced countless artists who came after them, and both are respected not just for their talent, but for their innovation. Janet brought new levels of production and choreography to pop music, while Stevie pushed the boundaries of what could be done with synthesizers and complex musical arrangements. 12. Pharrell Williams and Timbaland are cousins. Two of the biggest producers in hip-hop and R&B history are actually related. This connection makes perfect sense when you think about how both of them shaped the sound of music in the late 1990s and 2000s. Pharrell Williams came up as one half of the Neptunes production duo with Chad Hugo. They produced hits for everybody from Jay-Z to Britney Spears to Nelly. Pharrell's style was futuristic and minimal, using weird sounds and creating beats that didn't sound like anything else on the radio. He also formed the group N.E.R.D. and had his own solo career with massive hits like Happy. He's also gotten into fashion with his brands and collaborations. Timbaland, born Timothy Zachary Mosley, created his own signature sound that was equally innovative. His productions for Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake, and so many others featured strange percussion, unusual vocal effects, and rhythms that made you move in ways you didn't expect. Songs like Get Your Freak On, Work It, and Cry Me a River all have his distinctive touch. He's won multiple Grammy Awards and is considered one of the most influential producers ever. Both Pharrell and Timbaland are from Virginia, specifically the Virginia Beach area, which became known for producing incredible musical talent. Their family connection through that region explains how they both developed such innovative approaches to making music. 13. Ludacris and Richard Pryor are distant cousins. This is one of those connections that goes way back in the family tree, but it's still pretty amazing. Ludacris, whose real name is Christopher Brian Bridges, revealed in 2015 that he's distantly related to the legendary comedian Richard Pryor. Luda told writer A.J. Jacobs that Richard was like his 5th, 6th, or 7th cousin, though he never got the chance to meet him. Ludacris became one of the biggest rappers of the 2000s with his fast-paced flow and clever wordplay. Albums like Word of Mouth and Chicken and Beer went multi-platinum and gave us hits that still get played today. He's also become a successful actor, appearing in the Fast and Furious franchise as Tej Parker. Richard Pryor was simply one of the greatest comedians who ever lived. He changed stand-up comedy forever by bringing raw honesty and talking about race, relationships, and his own struggles in ways that were funny but also deeply real. His comedy albums won Grammy Awards, and his concert films like Richard Pryor, Live in Concert, and Richard Pryor, Live on the Sunset Strip are considered masterpieces. He also acted in movies like Silver Streak, Stir Crazy, and The Toy. Richard dealt with a lot of personal demons throughout his life, and he was open about his struggles with addiction and other issues. He passed away in 2005, but his influence on comedy is still felt today. The connection between these two entertainers spans generations and different forms of entertainment. Richard was pushing boundaries in comedy, while Ludacris was still a kid, but both of them share that ability to entertain and make people pay attention. Ludacris has said he's a big fan of Richard's work, which makes sense given that they're both performers who aren't afraid to push limits and speak their minds. 14. Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem are cousins.
Don't you address me unless it's with 4 letters.
This is a connection that hip-hop fans already know about because these two have worked together multiple times. Kendrick Lamar is widely considered one of the greatest rappers of his generation. His albums Good Kid, May Aid City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn revolutionized what hip-hop could be, mixing complex lyrics with jazz, funk, and soul influences. He won a Pulitzer Prize for Damn making him the first non-classical or jazz artist to win the prestigious award. His storytelling ability and willingness to tackle difficult topics have made him a cultural icon. Baby Keem, born Hakeem Jamal Carter Jr., is the younger cousin who's been making his own name in recent years. He started producing and making music as a teenager, and his unique style caught attention. His album, The Melodic Blue, debuted at number 5 on the Billboard charts and showed that he's not just riding on his famous cousin's coattails. He's got his own sound. That's more experimental and chaotic in some ways, with unconventional flows and production choices. The two have collaborated on several tracks, with Kendrick appearing on Baby Keem's songs and vice versa. Their track, Family Ties, won a Grammy Award and showed how well they work together despite their different approaches to music. They're both from the West Coast, specifically connected to the Compton and Las Vegas areas, and they clearly share a creative chemistry that goes beyond just being related. Baby Keem has talked about how Kendrick has been supportive, but also lets him develop his own artistic identity. 15. Lenny Kravitz and Al Roker are related. This might be the most unexpected connection on this entire list. Lenny Kravitz, the rock star with the incredible catalog of hits, is related to Al Roker, the beloved weatherman from the Today Show. Let that sink in for a second. The connection comes through their shared great-great-grandfather, as their grandfathers were cousins. That makes them very distant cousins, but it's still a wild family connection. Lenny Kravitz has been a rock and roll icon since the late 1980s. His music blends rock, soul, funk, and blues in a way that feels both retro and fresh. Songs like Are You Gonna Go My Way, Fly Away, and American Woman showcase his guitar skills and his ability to write catchy hooks. He's won multiple Grammy Awards and has also acted in films like Precious and the Hunger Games series. His style is as iconic as his music, with his rock star aesthetic making him a fashion icon as well. Al Roker has been America's favorite weatherman for decades. He's been with NBC since the 1990s and has become a fixture on morning television. Beyond just reporting the weather, he has hosted shows, written books, and become a beloved personality who people trust to start their day. He's also been open about his weight loss journey and health struggles, making him relatable to millions of viewers. These two couldn't be more different in terms of their careers, but they share that ancestral connection that goes back generations. It's a reminder that family trees branch out in unexpected ways, and that you might be related to someone whose life looks nothing like yours. 16. Nia Long and Summer are half-sisters.
Be there and do all of the things that a daddy is supposed to do, and I feel more free and alive than I have in the last 10 years.
This connection brings together Hollywood and the comedy world in an interesting way. Nia Long has been a fixture in black cinema since the 1990s. She has appeared in so many classic films, including Boys in the Hood, Love Jones, Soul Food, The Best Man and its sequels, and Big Mama's House. She also had memorable roles on TV shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Third Watch. Her beauty and acting ability made her one of the most sought-after actresses of her generation, and she continues to work steadily in both film and television. Summer, born Lorianne Rambeau, is one of the most successful female stand-up comedians in the game. She was the first woman to host BT's Comic View and has been called the Queen of Comedy. Her style is bold, unapologetic, and hilarious, dealing with relationships, men, and life from a woman's perspective. She's been part of comedy tours and specials, and she's known for her glamorous appearance on stage, often performing in gowns and looking fabulous while delivering cutting jokes. These two half-sisters share a father, but were raised separately, which is why their career paths took such different directions. Nia went into acting while Summer found her calling in stand-up comedy. Both have been successful in entertainment for decades, carving out their own lanes and becoming respected in their fields. They've both talked about their relationship in interviews over the years, acknowledging their connection while also maintaining their individual identities in the industry. 17. Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad are sisters.
His face was so warm and so open.
Unlike some of the other connections on this list, this is one that most people actually know about because both sisters have been so prominent in entertainment for so long. But for those who didn't know, yes, these two incredible talents are full sisters. Debbie Allen is a dancer, choreographer, actress, director, and producer who's done basically everything in entertainment. She's probably best known for playing Lydia Grant on the TV series Fame, where she also choreographed the dance numbers. She's won multiple Emmy Awards for her choreography and has directed episodes of countless TV shows. She's also been a longtime producer and director on Grey's Anatomy and has taught and mentored young performers through her dance academy. Felicia Rashad became a household name playing Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show, one of the most successful sitcoms in television history. Her portrayal of the elegant, intelligent, and loving mother and wife made her an icon. She's also had a distinguished career in theater, becoming the first black actress to win a Tony Award for Best Actress in a play for her role in A Raisin in the Sun. She's continued acting in various TV shows and movies, always bringing grace and talent to her roles. These sisters grew up in Houston, Texas, in a family that encouraged artistic expression. Their mother was a Pulitzer Prize-nominated poet, so creativity was clearly in the family DNA. Both Debbie and Felicia attended Howard University, the prestigious historically black college, where they honed their craft before going on to their legendary careers. They've supported each other throughout their careers and have both become mentors to younger generations of black performers. 18. Whitney Houston and Dionne Warwick were cousins.
Let it all hang loose. You can most certainly trust me to stand right up here and watch you do that.
This connection brings together two of the greatest voices in music history. Whitney Houston's voice was simply stunning, one of those instruments that comes along once in a generation. She burst onto the scene in the mid-1980s with her self-titled debut album that produced multiple #1 hits. Her follow-up albums continued her dominance, and she became one of the best-selling artists of all time. Songs like I Will Always Love You, Greatest Love of All, and I Want to Dance with Somebody showcased her incredible range and power. She also starred in movies like The Bodyguard, Waiting to Exhale, and The Preacher's Wife. Her life was tragically cut short in 2012, but her legacy as one of the greatest singers ever remains untouchable. Dionne Warwick had been a star since the 1960s, long before Whitney came on the scene. She worked closely with legendary songwriters Burt Bacharach and Hal David, creating classic after classic. Songs like Walk On By, I Say a Little Prayer, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, and That's What Friends Are For became standards. Her sophisticated style and pristine voice made her an international star. She's won multiple Grammy Awards and has been performing for over 6 decades. The family connection between these two came through Whitney's mother, Cissy Houston, who was Dionne's aunt. That made Whitney and Dionne first cousins once removed. The musical talent in this family is absolutely staggering. Cissy Houston was herself a celebrated gospel and soul singer who sang backup for everyone from Elvis Presley to Aretha Franklin. Having that kind of vocal talent run through multiple generations shows that some gifts really are in the DNA. Dionne was supportive of Whitney's career and has spoken lovingly about her cousin since her passing. 19. Shaq and Bill Bellamy are cousins.
You know, hungry comedians. It was an opportunity for us to have our own voice. You had no censorship. You could talk about any topic.
This connection brings together the worlds of sports and entertainment in an unexpected way. Shaquille O'Neal, known universally as Shaq, is one of the most dominant basketball players in NBA history. Standing over 7 feet tall and weighing over 300 pounds in his playing days, he was unstoppable in the paint. He won 4 NBA championships, 3 with the Los Angeles Lakers and 1 with the Miami Heat. He was a 15-time All-Star and won numerous awards throughout his career. But Shaq has always been more than just a basketball player. He's released rap albums, starred in movies like Blue Chips, Kazam, and Steel, done TV shows, worked as a sports analyst, and built a business empire. Bill Bellamy is a comedian and actor who came up in the 1990s as a host on MTV, where he created popular segments and became a familiar face to young audiences. He has acted in movies like Love Jones, How to Be a Player, and Any Given Sunday. He's also done stand-up comedy for decades, bringing his smooth style and relationship humor to audiences around the world. He's hosted various shows and award ceremonies showing his versatility as an entertainer. These two cousins both have that natural charisma and comfort in front of cameras that made them successful in their respective fields. Shaq used his larger-than-life personality to transition from sports to entertainment seamlessly, while Bill built a solid career as a comedian and actor. They've both talked about their family connection over the years, showing love and support for each other's accomplishments. It's pretty cool that one cousin dominated on the basketball court while the other dominated on stage and screen. 20. Saweetie and Gabrielle Union are second cousins. This connection came to light when Gabrielle Union explained it on Twitter back in 2018. Saweetie, whose real name is Diamante Kiava Valentine Harper, burst onto the music scene with her viral hit, Icy Girl, in 2017. The Bay Area rapper quickly became known for her catchy hooks, confident delivery, and glamorous image. She's released several successful singles and mixtapes, collaborated with major artists, and built a brand that extends beyond music into fashion and business. Her grandmother is Filipino, and her grandfather is Black, giving her a mixed heritage that she embraces in her public image. Gabrielle Union has been a successful actress since the late 1990s. She's appeared in films like Bring It On, Bad Boys 2, Daddy's Little Girls, Think Like a Man and its sequel, and many others. She's also starred in the TV series Being Mary Jane, where she played a complex character dealing with career and relationship issues. Beyond acting, Gabrielle has become an advocate for various causes and has written books about her life experiences. She's married to NBA star Dwayne Wade and has been open about her struggles with fertility and other personal challenges. Gabrielle explained that Saweetie's father and she are first cousins, making Gabrielle and Saweetie second cousins. Saweetie's grandmother is Gabrielle's Aunt Joanne Glass, who apparently was so memorable that Gabrielle based the character Eva from the movie Deliver Us from Eva on her. This family connection shows how entertainment talent can skip around different branches of a family tree. Gabrielle has been supportive of her younger cousin's career, celebrating her success on social media and showing that family bond. Both women represent strong, successful Black women in entertainment who aren't afraid to speak their minds and build their brands on their own terms.